All right. All right, so I need everybody to stand up.
Stand up.
Here we go. Okay, so let's get started with some jumping jacks. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Go. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do some air squats. Okay. Okay. What do I say that we need to look like when we're doing an air squat?
Let's do Coach Kelsey's down. There you go. Ready?
What do we have to look like when we're doing an air squat? Like we're sitting in a
Chair.
in a chair. There we go. Keep our shoulders back. And we bend our knee. All right, here we go. Count with me.
1, 2,
2,
3,
4, 5, 6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8, 9,
9.
10.
Good. Okay. Now I want you to take at the area around you, okay, and make sure that it's clear. You've got nothing in the way.
I want to scoot forward just a little bit.
You guys all good? Oh, Puppy's joining too. Cute.
looking at us. No.
Okay.
Move, Lucy, move! Go.
Okay, what did Coach Kelsey just do?
I was muted.
Are you muted, Coach Kelsey?
Yeah, she's muted too.
There we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's do our back break fall. Cross, tuck, bend, throw back. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to practice our bridges. So if you are a new student or you are between the ages of 4 and 6, I want you to do your bridges straight up and down like this. If you have been doing this for a long time, I want you to make sure that you're going side to side like this. All right, here we go. Let's do 10 of them. 1,
Cool.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
6, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everybody. Oh, looks like we've got one more, or we did. I think we had Adrian there for a second.
Oh, maybe that.
I'm not sure where he went. All right. Now we are going to do our up kicks or our triangles. So if you are in the 4 to 6 year old class, then I want you to do your up kicks. If you are intermediate or advanced, or if you're in the beginner class, you're going to do up kicks too. If you are younger, you're doing your up kicks like this. If you're older, you're going to do your triangles. So remember, with our triangles, we're turning our foot and we're bringing our leg over our shin. We're still trying to get that height. So we're trying to get our hips up as high as we can. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
All right, so let's do 5 aside. So we'll do 10 total. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Good job. Okay, so now we're going to do our sit-ups. Now I want to make sure that everybody is going to do a good, strong sit-up using their abs, okay? So I don't want you to turn yourself into a rocking chair by grabbing your legs like this. That's not quite what we're doing, right? We want to make sure that we're coming up and clapping in front of our knees, using our strong tummy muscles. Oh, looks like we're getting one more here. There we go. All right, you ready? Here we go. 1,
1, 2,
3,
Maddie.
4, 5,
5,
You're almost there.
7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, everybody. Okay, so now look behind you and make sure that you're not going to run into anything. We're going to do our stand up and base and back break fall. So you can mirror me to start. We're going to do 3 aside. Remember that we're leaning on our hand, elbow on our knee, hand by our face, right? Okay, everybody show me that ready position. Looking good. There we go. All right, here we go. Ready, kick, up. That's 1, cross, tuck, bend, roll back, boom. Good, all right, 1 more, 2.
Ooh, my C.
All right, last one on this side, here we go, kick, up. That's 3. Boom. So when we do these, what don't we want to hit the ground? Who knows? What do we not want to hit the ground?
Our head.
Yeah, there you go. We don't want our head to hit the ground. Okay, here we go. Let's do the other side. Elbow on our knee, hand on the ground, hand by our face. Here we go. We're gonna kick.
What?
2.
Oh.
Good. Good job, everybody. It wouldn't be a warm-up without push-ups, so let's crank out some push-ups. Yes, ma'am?
I'm sorry, what was that, Coach Kelsey?
Push-ups.
Push-ups. Yes, ma'am.
All right, here we go. Ready? Count them with me. Here we go. 1,
1,
2,
2,
4,
4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everybody. All right, let's take a spot on the ground. Professor Sarah's got a few things she wants to talk about today.
Okay, guys, so it's actually talking about personal responsibility this month, which is ironic because I think that's the topic of the whole country right now, is talking about personal responsibility. And I think that's why we're at home, isn't it, guys? Because we need to be responsible for health to the best of our ability. Hey, look it. I see Coach Chandy coming in. So anyways, guys, there are other ways we can talk about responsibility, because it could be our health. Also could be just doing what you're supposed to do rather than what you want to do. I think that's a big part of it. What's that? One of the discussions that I have around this is, we call it dinner before dessert. What does that mean? Does anybody knows what that means?
Do what you have to do before what you want to do.
Yeah, we do what we have to do and what's best before we do kind of the fun stuff, right? Who, raise your hand, who's doing some schoolwork at home? Not right now, but in general. So do you wait until you just play all day and then do schoolwork at 9 o'clock?
Nope.
Who does that? Anybody? No. And you don't have to first thing in the morning, but personal responsibilities, we do what we're supposed to do before we do kind of the fun stuff, right? And then also we look out for people that we care about and for people that we don't even know too, by being safe and being responsible. And I think in terms of jiu-jitsu, I know we're not there right now working with partners, but we talk about this a lot in terms of being a good partner, don't we? Yes, we talk about being a good partner. Yeah, and we have to be safe because we're learning something that you know, could potentially hurt somebody. So you want to make sure to be careful with your training, right, guys? Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and be responsible for yourself and for your body and not too careless. And that's what we're doing right now at home, aren't we? We're being careful about being at home and staying away from people so that we can kind of limit exposure to people and possible germs, right? Not always that fun, but it is responsible, isn't it? Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It might be not fun to us, but it's definitely fun for the dogs.
It's definitely fun for the dogs. I agree. Yeah,
Dogs are like, what's quarantine? It's just family fun.
thank you, Coach Kelsey. Coach Kelsey, do you have anything to add in terms of personal responsibility?
No, I don't think so. Not today. All right. Okay, so we're going to work on switching sides and side control today. Does everybody have a partner that they can work with, or like a big stuffed animal or a couch cushion? Raise your hand if you need a moment to go grab something. Okay, go ahead, Maddie.
I like your donkey. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
My sisters.
But no,
Yep,
to do it with me.
that's true.
All right, Grant, looks like you've got a couch cushion today. That works.
Coach Kelsey, do you want to share what you made?
Oh, yes, I made Bob. Bob's been hanging out over here. This is Bob.
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 Bob's a little floppy.
I love it.
Bob taking a nap.
Always the best training partner, but, you know, we do our best.
You do. Good job. Case is choking his donkey.
I with her.
I'm all by myself in my house. I don't have anybody living with me, right?
I got my mom and my 2-year-old sister.
You recommend that.
My sister's tiny.
All right, guys. So we're going to work on switching sides and side control. So remember, we always want to have really low hips, right? And we're pressing down onto our training partner with our shoulders, right? So we're squishing by the hips and by the head. So I have one knee by the hip, one knee by the head. I've got one elbow by the head and one elbow by the hip, okay? So everybody show me a good 4-point side control. Squish them. Except don't squish Kennedy. That would be bad.
Kennedy, you can squish your brother.
Yeah, go ahead. You squish him. He deserves it. All right.
Oh,
I'm going to show 2 ways to switch sides and side control. The first one, again, is going to be for our 4 to 6-year-olds and our beginners, okay? So we're not going to do anything fancy with our hips. We're just going to work on going around our partner or our stuffed animal or our couch cushion, okay?
Yeah.
The second one I'm going to show is going to be for our intermediate and advanced kids, and you guys have seen this before, okay? So the very first one, I'm moving my hands, and then I'm just moving my hips and I'm walking around, okay? So look, right now I'm in the north-south position, right? And I'm still trying to squish Bob, right? And once I've squished Bob in north-south, I'm gonna go all the way around to the other side in side control. So here I go. Ooh. Slow. Now I'm gonna go back to the other side. So I move my hands again. And then I'm gonna move my hips, right? I move. And make sure that I keep a nice tight side control. Okay? Those of you in the 4 to 6-year-old class, go ahead and get started on that. Intermediate and advanced, we're going to do our fancy way where we're switching our base, right? Let's actually have everybody do that first one because I want to make sure you've got that down, okay? So really low hips. Really low hips. And then we're moving around in a circle.
How's it looking, Coach Shandy?
They're looking pretty good.
This is my friend Rexy.
Okay, do it to rest.
I can't see anyone else. I can only see 4
They're-
people. It's frozen.
There is a button up at, where is it? No, I don't, oh, under more that you can make it so you can see everybody if you want to.
Now it's working.
Good job. Can I see you do one, Killian? There we go. Nice low.
Nice.
Good deal. All right, so now our fancy way to move. Okay, so I'm gonna be fancy about this. Okay, so now I'm going to switch my base and I'm gonna look at Bob. Boom, okay? Now, when I'm here and looking at Bob, I can't sit up too high because if I do, Bob's gonna push me over. He might get some wild ideas and start pushing on my face and boom! Now I'm on the bottom of side control. Okay, so I can't have that.
She's on my too short.
All right, so look, here I go. I'm going to go to my north-south. Boom, right? I flip my base again, looking at his head. I'm moving my arm. Boom, okay? Look, I can scoop up his arm again.
Washing.
So you don't sit too high.
What's up?
Okay? Your dog, your teddy bear, or whoever's going to push you over and boom.
You know you sit up,
Right? So make sure your head's low.
you flip like that too.
You come back in.
You
Here I
know,
go.
off and swing your leg over so that you're
go on.
on top of his face.
I move my hands, move my hips.
You want to go the direction you want to move,
I
buddy.
go back to side control. Any questions about that? Raise your hand if you do.
Step over. Yep, just step over. Put your chest on.
Can you do it one more time, please?
Absolutely. You know what? I'm actually going to shift Bob here so you can see a little bit better, okay? All right, Bob, let's do it. You've got really floppy legs. He's like the of a jiu-jitsu training partner. He just lays on the floor, doesn't have chipmunk paws. It's so sad.
Sad, Bob.
So I have my 4-point side control. I scoop up the arm and I turn to look at his face. Okay.
Donkey doesn't work.
Now, my hands, and then I'm gonna move my hips, and I go over the top of him to north-south. Here I go. Boom. Okay. Now I move my hands again. Look, my hand over here is going to his hip. I put my hip on the floor. I scoop up his arm.
Swings our hips.
They have arms. Okay. And then I go to my 4-point side control. Questions?
There you go.
All right, let's do it. I'm watching.
Ten.
Okay, ready?
Beginners, if you want to just keep working on the one that we did before, that's totally okay. If you want to try to do the fancy side control switch, you certainly can.
Nice, Kason.
Sit through, baby. Take your leg with her and sit through. Okay, we got it. Dragon. This way, Chica.
Good job, Grant.
Kind of weird using this inflatable donkey.
There. Now over north-south.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
And then you step over his head.
How'd it go?
Because Kelsy, can you let George in the lobby, I guess?
Oh,
Take that leg.
is it on?
We'll go that direction.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
There you go. So,
There he is.
you're really good, buddy.
All right.
And then just.
And you take this leg and go. There you go.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Nicole, do you want to switch with Kennedy so that you can do a few reps too?
Grant, how's your dog? Is she doing side control too?
Oh, he went and stole sister.
Oh.
I would like it if I could do side control with Ranger.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna do like that.
Oh, this is easy now.
So then, like, yeah, now.
All right. Did everybody get some good reps in?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Good. Yeah, so the big thing about that base switch is we got to make sure we're not sitting up too high or else they're going to push us over to side control. And then we end up on the bottom, which isn't good. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so now we're going to work on our knee on belly switch, okay? So I'm gonna keep Bob where he is here.
There's a second.
Okay. And we're gonna practice just hopping up to knee on belly to start out, okay? So remember when we do our knee on belly, we're doing just a little mini push-up, right? So I have one hand on the hip and one hand on the shoulder, okay? And I'm doing a tiny little push-up to make this much space so I can slide my knee through, okay? Here we are. I'm in my 4.5 control. Here I go. My hand goes by the shoulder.
And the hand is on the
I
hip
do my little mini push-up.
and on the belly.
And I slide my knee across, okay? Now, if you're not working with a person and you're working with like a stuffed animal or a couch cushion, you can really focus on having a strong knee on belly. This is where we really practice, right? So I can really put my weight on it and I can put my foot out for support. I want to make sure my foot's not too close to the head or else they can grab it, right? So I'm over here and I'm up nice and tall, okay? So let's do 3 aside. So do knee on belly 3 times on one side and then 3 times on the other. Any questions?
Back to your 4 point.
Let's go!
That's out of control.
It's ma'am.
So this kind.
No, normal side control.
Knee on belly.
I'll do your little, get your hand on your shoulder and your hand on your hip. Do your little push up and get your knee on.
Like this. And then right here.
Mhm.
And then right here.
Do your little push up. Not on your hip, on his hip.
Oh, from his hip.
There you go. Now push up and put that knee on the belly.
Good.
Very nice. And now back to side control. And then do it one more time.
Did you get a good knee on belly, Grant? Yeah?
And also up sides.
Ela, I can't see you.
I'm gonna keep you here forever.
No, same knee.
So Coach Kelsey can see. I can hardly see you, Maddie.
I know, I can see the top.
She's hiding.
Doesn't want to show.
There we go. All right.
No, all the way down.
All right. Did everybody get the reps in? Who needs more time? Raise your hand. Does anybody need more time?
You're doing
All right. Okay, so we're going to do switch sides, knee on belly. Okay, the very same thing here. We're going to try to make sure that we keep our base really low so that we don't get off balance. Okay, so look, I'm here in my 4 point. I put my hand on the shoulder, hand on the hip, and I slide up to my knee on belly. Okay, but for whatever reason, I need to switch sides. Okay, so I put my hands on the floor for base. I bring my knee in so that my knees are matching. And then I'm just going to pivot my feet to the other side, and then I pop up knee on belly. Okay. You've got first thing you're trying to grab that arm and control the speed, right? I put my hands on the ground,
Yep. And put
Pivot.
both in your chest. And then
face out, right? Always making sure my foot's not too close, so they're gonna grab it. Another thing I want to be careful about is I always put my leg
like
way
windshield wiper. Come on.
because if they start pushing me,
Yeah.
they just extend their legs, I fall backward.
Yep. Yep.
Want to make sure that we've got a good bend in our
Both
knees.
knees on.
Hands on the
You
floor,
flip them over. And then you take this one off. And it's a little.
both sides, then practice coming back up to knee on belly again. And just make it real.
Stuffed animal stuffer.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it like this. I go here, boom, knee on belly, pivot, up, okay? And I hop back down, okay? I hop up knee on belly on this side, boom, boom, boom. And then back down.
If I go full pressure on this inflatable donkey, it's gonna pop.
Hey,
You're gonna pop it, Keeson?
1 second.
Get a
If
pillow,
I go full pressure,
Count to like 2.
pillow, buddy, instead. Don't wanna pop your friend.
The TNT Rex is for tough Rex.
Both of these on.
You know how tough he is.
Windshield wiper. Pull
Good.
out.
Kennedy over there, good. Yeah,
Mhm.
knees over, you've gotta get your knees up to your brother's legs.
who said that we were friends?
And you gotta work those knees over your big brother.
It's confusing.
What can I help you with, Chico? Woohoo!
All right. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Okay, now we're going to do the fancy way because this is Zoom class, so why not, right?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Okay. So, here we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna pop up knee and belly. And instead of bringing my knee in like this and pivoting, okay, I'm going to circle my leg around. So look, my leg goes around the head. I match my knees on this side. I'm facing the legs. And now my foot's over here, okay? When my foot's over here, now it's gonna go around the head. Boom, like that, okay? So again, I'm on my knee on belly. My leg comes around the head. I turn toward the legs. Boom. Okay, now that I'm facing this way, my leg goes around the head and I'm on knee on belly. Okay, so anybody have any questions about that? Raise your hand if you do.
Grant has a question.
All right, Grant, what's your question?
Sister coming.
What was that?
When's my sister coming?
That I don't know.
No, can't answer that one, buddy. Sorry. Maybe,
I
I
don't
don't think your
answer.
puppy is going to be a really good partner for knee on belly. I don't think you want that.
All right, guys. So your choice. If you were in the beginner class or you're in the 4 to 6 year old class, you can do the one that we just did, where we're just pivoting side to side. Intermediate and advanced kids, I want you to start working on the fancy way of bringing your leg around, switching toward the legs, and then bringing your leg to the other side, okay? All right, ready, go.
Step around, bring your knee in, bring your knee in. Now step around. Here, good. Here, Ayla's getting it. Good. Bring your knee. Make sure you keep your weight centered. Weight on the person at all time, or a stuffed animal. Yeah, good. Maddie, how's it going?
Good.
Mom complaining yet, Maddie?
Like this.
She like seriously.
I'm confused on this.
Oh, the spin around, Chica? Okay. Which Kelsey want to clarify?
Absolutely. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so on our knee on belly. Okay. Now look, I've got my post leg, right? The one that's sticking out. That one's going around the head, okay? So I'm going around the head, I'm making a circle, and then I'm control the legs. Control the legs. Okay? Now I'm going to
So
around the head, and now I'm on the other side from my knee on belly, okay? So I'm circling around with my post leg,
wait, go.
face
You're
toward
gonna
the legs,
do
and then I switch. Okay, now my other leg's gonna circle around the head.
and then.
Okay,
I'll show with the real person too, Coach Kelsey.
what was that?
I'll show with a real person too, in case it's better to explain to the person.
Yeah, go for it, Professor.
Okay, so I'm doing my regular pop-up, sticking my leg out. I'm not going to hurt Ayla, but what I'm doing is I'm nose to nose here, right? And I want to keep there. I'm going to spin my leg around. Drop down.
No, she's not left.
So bring it around, drop that knee down. So there's two knees and spin it. That one's rough. That one's rough. Your mom might not.
Maybe checked on me.
Good shot, guys.
It's
Couple
not
more.
real dog. Not real dog. There's a dog on the other side of the screen, okay?
All right, guys, I want to see one more each. Okay, so do one more on each side. Any questions? All right, go. One more on each side.
Yes, Maddie. You got it.
Keep your hips aligned kind of in mom, more on mom, and you're probably trying to be nice by not putting pressure on her. Okay, that's good. Let's see.
So is it like this?
spin, drop it down, drop down. Now spin around. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Nice.
Drop it in, spin around. There you go.
It's hard because this guy has a long nose. Yeah. Oh, I said, well, you're so cute. Don't swoosh Louie. You look like you are.
All right, when you've done your one more on each side, give me a good attention sit so that I know you're ready. I'm gonna move Bob over here.
Good girl.
All right, Bob. You just hang out.
No. No, please. No.
All right. See just about everybody in their attention sit here. Looks like we're good to go. All right. Okay, so we're going to finish up with a game. And I was thinking about doing Simon Says, but I think we're going to run through the forest instead. So I think that's how we're going to finish up class here. So since we all haven't been able to really go on any big adventures the last few weeks, let's go on an adventure with our game. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you can go ahead and unmute because I'm going to need you to help me.
Zibby's been going on walks with us. Does that count?
Yes, it does.
Unmute.
Oh, good girl. Zibby, you want to do it with us?
I'm going to unmute you. And Grant, I'm going to unmute you too.
He has to stand up too.
All right. And there we go. Okay, so we've got just about everybody here. Professor, do you want to lead the game or do you want me to lead the game?
High up.
I can, sure.
All right.
Professor says going to lead the game. Okay?
I think what we'll do,
We
guys,
can watch all of our friends.
because to make it a little bit more, I don't know, exciting.
Ooh, pretty.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to one. If I clap, I clap. Okay? If I snap my fingers, you're going to
Stand up. I need to
crawl. Okay?
Can you repeat what you said?
And do a sprawl. So be careful with the sprawl, though, guys.
He got
I
patted.
can't even see
Stand back. Then.
Slide your feet out.
you. Like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, if I raise my hands up, that's break fall. So clap, jump, snap, sprawl, and if I raise my hands up, back break fall. Does that make sense? And as soon as you finish, get back up and start jogging just to keep your bodies moving. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right then. Okay, we're jogging through the forest. We're running through the forest. Oh, there's a log. Jump. Yes, Julie. Running through the forest, going on a nice springtime stroll in the forest. Everybody. Back break fall. Quick, there's a bird. Stand up. Running through the forest. Good. Oh, there's a big rock. Jump. Good. Okay. Oh, it's starting to rain. Sprawl. Sprawl. Good, we got under cover there. Jogging through the forest. Oh no, there's a vicious bat. Sprawl. Back up. Run. Faster, that bat's coming. Faster. Good. Okay. Oh, now we need to take a break. Back break fall. Stand up and things. No rest for the wicked. Run. Oh, there's a pretty little mouse. We're going to jump over it. No, it's a pretty mouse. Oh, there's the rest of its family. Jump. We jumped over all the mice. We did it.
Good job. All right, everybody.
Okay, cool.
All right. Good. All right. Does anybody have any questions about what we did today?
Other than the vicious bat and the family of mice.
Oh no.
Definitely have
I
questions.
can see my face from here.
I can see your face.
I can see most of your faces. It's wonderful to see you all. That pretty eye, Addie. Right there.
All right. So we're going to have class every day at 5:30.
12:30 for me.
Okay.
12:30 for you, Keeson?
Yeah.
South
Yes.
Carolina.
Huh?
What time is it in South Carolina, Cole?
He's not paying attention.
Oh, well, 5:30 our time.
All right. So make sure that you're here for
Did you
class. We're going to continue to work on all of our skills. And then we may work into doing like an intermediate and advanced class. We want to have a partner for that. So if we do that, we'll put it up on Facebook and let you know. Probably send out an email. But plan for the next class to be Thursday next week at 5:30. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
All
Can you
right.
say goodbye?
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Say wave. Can you wave?
Bye.
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 Guys, thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Ronnie and South Carolina too, you guys.
Bye.
Lacey, Jason, cool. Wonderful, and Kennedy. Oh, and I love your puppy.